Joe?
One cream, one sugar, one egg white delight.
Uh-huh. John?
Black.
So you don't want an egg white delight?
No, I want two of them.
McDonald's McCafe coffee and the Egg White Delight McMuffin are great apart, but amazing together. So, how do you take yours? McCafe, proud to serve the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic teams at participating McDonald's.
Kentucky Farm Bureau loves Kentucky, especially its people. And we love Kentucky too much to see folks hurt by distracted driving. When you're behind the wheel, anything less than your undivided attention on driving puts you and others at risk. Join Kentucky Farm Bureau in getting the word out about the risks of distracted driving. Encourage others to drive distraction-free and pledge to do so yourself. A message brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau. KFB loves KY.
Adair County Farm Bureau North Boomer Lewis is a proud supporter of Adair County Athletics.
No score after one inning. Hart County will send to the plate in the top of the second. 5, 6, 7 lineup. It's Ward, Gardner, and Bird. Ward steps in with a .333 average. Tied for second on the team. He's got 14 hits and 42 at-bats on the year. Does have 4 doubles, which is a team high. A couple of home runs. She's the right fielder for Hart County. First pitch into her. A little high, ball one. Wagner throws the rubber. 1-0 pitch. Called strike one. Umpire behind the plate with a very delayed reaction on making this call. One pitch. It's called strike two right on the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sunny and windy day, warm, probably in the upper 70s right now. 1-2 pitch, down in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wagner, 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on, a little nub back to her at the mound. She goes across to Brown at first base, 1 up, 1 down. Bring up the left fielder, Gardner. Sarah Gardner, batting 6th in the lineup for Hart County today. First pitch to her. Foul ball. I thought it might have hit her on the arm, but I think it hit the butt of the bat, the handle. No balls and a strike. He's spending his own money. He's spending his own money now. Ball's down in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gist with the sign. 1-1 pitch. Swung on. Ground ball. Foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, if you're listening, want to watch the game, it's on WAN YouTube. That's brought to you by First and Farmers National Bank. 1-2 pitch, swung on. High fly ball in the middle of the infield. Bergen gives chase. That wind got a hold of that, took it almost back to the pitcher's mound, but Bergen makes the play. 2 down. Bring up the designated player, Kaylee Bird. She's hitting for the pitcher, Bustle, today. First pitch to her is down in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 down here in the top of the second. Nobody scored. Lady Indians had runners at second and third. Were stranded to the bottom of the first. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, one strike. Wagner throws the rubber. 1-1 pitch on the way. Just inside, 2 balls and a strike. Two one pitch. Called strike 2 right down the middle. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down. We're in the top of the second. A lot of 2s on the board. Wagner with the deal. Down low. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Ground ball to third base. Campbell comes up with it across to first, and that will do it. So Hart County in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. 1-2-3 inning for Wagner, and we'll go to the bottom of the second scoreless. You're listening to the Adair County Softball Network, 93 or 101.9 FM WIN. Back up to these messages.
You're always welcome at the Fiesta Mexico Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Columbia. There you will experience some of the finest Mexican foods around. Try their daily lunch specials with favorites like chalupa, taco salad, or fajita chimichanga. They'll get you in and out and be back to work in a flash. For dinner, they offer mouthwatering enchiladas, burrito supreme, pollo acapulco, and many other favorites. They will gladly serve your large group. To make your reservation, call them today at 270-384-6004.
At Adair County Animal Hospital, we are also a laser surgery center. Every surgery is performed with a laser, which is less painful for your pet than a traditional scalpel blade. Our spay and neuter packages also include basic pre-surgical lab work, free 911 microchipping, nail trim, and laser therapy to promote healing. We are also an accredited animal hospital, so bring your fur babies for laser surgery to the best vet for your pet, Adair County Animal Hospital and Laser Surgery Center.
No matter who you cheer for, Game Day Sports has the gear to show your team pride. From jerseys and hats to hoodies and more, we've got apparel for every fan. Whether it's high school, college, or pro, if you love them, we've got it. Stop by Game Day Sports today and gear up for the season. Game Day Sports, where every day is game day.
White, Corbin, and Kimbler for the Lady Indians in the bottom of the second. White's already got a 2-0 count here. 2-0 pitch is called strike 1. 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. The Lady Indians can get someone across the plate this inning. The left runner's on second and third in the bottom of the first. Russell remains in the circle. Swing and a miss, strike 2. White on the season, a .250 hitter, 5 for 20. Does have a pair of RBIs. One ball, 2 strikes. Or excuse me, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And then it'll be the first out of the inning for the Lady Indians. That'll bring up Braylee Corbin. She's a designated player today. She's hitting for the first baseman, Millie Brown. Russell steps in. First pitch into Corbin. Up and away, ball 1. Corbin, a freshman. She's hitting .500. Only 2 official at bats on the season. She's 1 for 2. Called strike 1. Took the pitch right on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bustle with the wind and the pitch. Up and away, 2-1. Bustle working quickly, 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch coming to Corbin. Swung on, line drive into left center field. That'll get down for a hit as the center fielder Ruiz gets over to cut it off. So a 1-out hit will bring up Katie Kimbler to the plate, right fielder today. So the second hit for the Lady Indians on the afternoon. Kimbler comes in a .500 hitter on the season also. She's 2 for 4 on the season at the plate. First pitch called, strike 1 as the snap throw down to first base. Corbin back safely, diving back in. Oh, 1 pitch. Swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes. Riley, the center fielder, waits on deck for the Lady Indians. She's hitting ninth in the lineup. And then turn back over to the top and Reese Bard if she gets a chance this inning. 0-2 pitch. Change up, stays up and in. Throw down to first again. Corbin in standing up this time. Bustle has a little trouble controlling that change up. She almost hit Kimbler just like she hit the batter in the first inning. Swung on, popped straight up in the air to the pitcher. Bustle's camped out underneath it. Takes a couple steps forward and records the out for the second out of the inning. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up center fielder Shelby Riley. So 2 down. Corbin at first base, following the single she had. First pitch called, strike 1. Once again, Bustle filling the strike zone up here. Just on 30 pitches. And I would say 24, 25 of them have been strikes. It's down in the dirt there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Riley comes in a 158 hitter on the season. Swung on, line drive right at the first baseman. She'll make the play at the end of the inning. So once again, Lady Indians scoreless. No runs, a hit, 1 left on base. After 2 complete innings, we're scoreless here. After these messages, we'll come back on the 3rd inning on the Lady Indian Radio Network, 101.9 FM WAIN.
At the Adair County Board of Education, they are dedicated to shaping bright futures. From innovative classrooms to top-notch teachers, they provide the tools and support students need to succeed. Whether in academics, athletics, or the arts, they are committed to helping every student reach their full potential. Because when our students succeed, our community thrives. Adair County Schools, learning today, leading tomorrow. Looking to revamp your property? Look no further than Gist Construction. Located at 981 Creek Bend Road in Columbia, they are your one-stop shop for all your needs. From blacktop to landscaping and even water and sewer lines. Top-notch customer service and unbeatable prices, they've got a solution for every job. Call them today at 270-250-5595 and let's get started. Gist Construction, your partner in perfecting your property.
The Raiders have 8-9-1 up in the lineup here in the 3rd inning. It'll be Tweety Puckett and back up to Ruiz at the top of the lineup. First pitch in from Wagner to Tweety is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. We're scoreless here in the top of the 3rd. Scoreboard update brought to you by Landon Edwards, Adair County PVA. I want to thank Landon. He's always supporting of all the high school athletics we do on the radio. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tweety on the season is 200 batting average. She's a sophomore. That's her 12th game hitting. Swung on ground ball up the middle. That'll be the first base hit for Hart County as Riley gets over in front of it, holds Tweedy to a single, and Hart County has something started here in the third inning. Just a little hard line drive, hard ground ball right up the middle, and looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for Tweedy, the catcher. See if I can get a number on that player. The way she's turned, I can't really see her number. Y'all see what number that runner is? The way she's turned, I can't either. I'll get it after this pitch. Puckett up to the plate for Hart County. Number 5 will be the courtesy runner, and she is not on the roster, so we'll just leave it alone. First pitch into Puckett is up high, ball 1. 1-0 pitch, swung on, a little pop fly right at the second baseman. Bergen comes in with a basket catch, and that'll be 1 away. And bring up the top of the lineup, Ruiz. Ruiz on the day grounded out in her first at bat. The lefty. First pitch in from Wagner. She swings and misses as she was trying to slash that ball. She took 2 or 3 steps towards the pitcher, but came up empty. No balls and a strike. Trying to slap it down here. 0-1 pitch. Another swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Wagner quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch, foul back into the backstop. Count remain 0-2. Minor, shortstop, waits on deck. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Be 2 down for Hart County here in the top of the third. Minor lined out to Callie White at shortstop in her first at bat. First pitch upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Wagner looking to strand this runner on the bases here. Lead off single. 1-0 pitch. Down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Hoskins waits on deck, see if she gets a chance. She's the big hitter in the lineup for the Lady Raiders, so I want to leave her on deck without anybody on base when she comes up. 2-0 pitch. Umpire says it's down in again. 3-0. Pitch right down the middle. Strike 1. Wagner gets her sign. Steps to the rubber. 3-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Takes the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first will be in motion here on the pitch. It's full count, 2 outs. Wagner with the payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled down the third base line. Campbell gives chase and will throw it back into the pitcher. So Minor stays alive. pitch once again. Swung on, hit high into center field. And Riley camps out under it and makes the play for the third out of the inning. So for Hart County, no runs, a hit, one left on base. After 2.5 innings, we're still scoreless. We'll be back after these messages on the Lady Indian Radio Network, 101.9 FM, WAIN.
This is Tim Hart with Don Franklin Nissan. Are you looking for a vehicle? Wondering where you're going to buy or why? Let me tell you why Don Franklin Nissan. Don Franklin Nissan has the 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. We have our Don Franklin certified program. Don Franklin has a fully staffed service department. We do front end alignments. We sell tires. Our sales staff of David Powell, Brent McLeod, Peggy Moss, Blaine Hart are here for your needs. Aaron McLeod in finance. We have more vehicles than anybody in the state. That's why Don Franklin Nissan. Local service, local people, huge inventory. Don Franklin Nissan is a one-stop shop for all your automotive needs.
Cumberland Pipeline is an underground utility contractor primarily concentrating on water and sewer pipelines and pump stations for water and wastewater districts. The company is rooted in faith and is committed to providing a quality service to their clients with honesty and quality projects. Cumberland Pipeline also offers services of wet tapping of water and wastewater lines, insertion of valves on water mains. To join their team, apply online at cumberlandpipeline.com.
Lady Indians will be back at the top of the lineup for their third trip to the plate. To be Barden, Bergen, and Wagner due up. Reese reached base on a hit by pitch and advanced all the way to third before Lady Indians stranded. 2 runners on in the top of the first. Bustle remains in the circle. First pitch downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. No pitch, up and away, 2-0. Pitch in the Barton, swing and a miss, strike 1. Both teams here looking for their 5th win of the season. Lady Indians are 4-4. Lady Raiders 4-10. They played a lot more ball games. Swung on, foul ball out of play. Even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bustle with the sign. 2-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball off of pitcher's glove. Bustle, it goes to the shortstop. She'll throw across to first for the first out. So that'll go 1-6-3. And Bustle to Minor to Puckett for the first out. Bring up Keelan Bergen. Bergen 0 for 1. She struck out back in the first. First pitch into Bergen will be ball 1. Swung on, hit down the left field line. That'll be fair, and then Bergen's going to go for extra bases. Cruising second base with a, they call it foul? Oh, they did call it foul. Sorry. Sorry, get the second base, turn right back, go towards home plate. So even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. My angle is not good on that, so I thought the way the left fielder was acting, it was a fair ball, but it was not. And she'll step back in. 1-1 pitch, fouled down the third base line again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bustle, the long look in. 1-2 pitch on the way. Bounces in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two count. One out here in the top or the bottom of the third inning, excuse me. 2-2 pitch on the way. Just misses on the outside. The count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch on the way, swung on. Line drive right at the shortstop. And Minor makes the play for the second out of the inning. Sharply hit, but just right at the shortstop. So 2 down here. And that will bring up Jade Wagner. Wagner singled. The left center, her first at bat. First pitch, strike 1. Pitch, line drive right at the shortstop again. She'll take about 2 steps to the left towards the bag that time, but she makes the play and a little line out. That'll be the end of the third for the Lady innings. No runs, no hits, no one left on base after 3 complete innings. No score here. Back after these messages.
Jamie Richard, Adair County Sheriff, is proud to sponsor our local baseball and softball teams. With a deep commitment to community support and engagement, Jamie Richard stands beside our talented athletes, empowering them both on and off the field. As a dedicated supporter, Jamie prioritizes uplifting our youth and fostering community spirit. Whether you're cheering at a game or practicing hard, know that Jamie Richard, Adair County Sheriff, is here to support you every step of the way.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Columbia is Barger Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 270-384-2457.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
On to the top of the fourth. Neither team has scratched the scoring column so far in this one as Hart County will send up 3, 4, 5. That's Haskins, Roten, and Ward. Haskins, before last inning, was the only base runner so far for Hart County. She was hit by a pitch back in the top of the first inning. Was not able to advance. Jade Wagner so far on the heel. She is faced 11 batters, 42 pitches, 26 of those strikes, only 1 hit so far for Hart County. Haskins stepped in. First pitch swing hard, line drive down the third baseline, foul ball. She hit that ball very, very hard, right on the nose. Campbell tried to make a backhanded play on it, but it got by her, but it was in foul territory. So just a loud strike to start the 4th inning. Haskins steps back in, swung on, line drive right at Kelly White. She hits her in the glove, but drops right in front of her, and she rips it over to first base for the first out. So Haskins with 2 hard hit balls right there. White had that one hit the heel of her glove. It was hit on a line right at her, and kind of had to turn her glove upside down to try to basket catch it in a way. Hit off the heel of her glove, fell in front of her, but she picked it straight up and threw her out at first base. So 1 away. First pitch grounded right back to the pitcher by Roten, and Wagner to Brown at first for the second out. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th inning. bring up Ward, the right fielder. First pitch to hers down the dirt, ball 1. No pitch, just inside. 2 balls and no strikes. I want to thank First and Farmers National Bank for bringing streaming on YouTube for this game. Swing and a miss on the 2-0 pitch. 2 balls and a strike to the right fielder Ward. It's Madeline Ward, 0 for 1 today. Swung on, a little pop fly into left field. Barden camped out under, and that'll do it for the Lady Raiders in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. After 3.5, we're scoreless. Back for the bottom of the 4th after these messages.
Everyone's talking about the easy way to do your banking. And the best part? It's free. The First and Farmers National Bank mobile banking app allows you the freedom to make the deposit right from your mobile device. While you're on the mobile app, you can also transfer money, pay your bills, and check your balance. If you haven't already, download the First and Farmers National Bank mobile app today. Just one more way we're putting you first. Deposit limits apply. Standard rates and fees may apply from your wireless carrier. First and Farmers National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Market declines, unemployment, oil prices. Don't let headlines derail your long-term financial strategy. I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Joe Willis. For help, stop by our office at 326 Public Square, Suite 102. Edward Jones, member SIPC. I'll get around to it someday. Hopefully that's not your saving for retirement strategy. I'm Joe Willis, Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Let's make someday into today. Stop by our office at 326 Public Square, Suite 102. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
The Lady Indians at the heart of their lineup do up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Gist, Campbell, and White, 4, 5, 6 in the lineup. And we facing once again Allie Bustle. Scoreless through 3 innings pitching so far for her. Bustle toes the rubber. First pitch swing, foul ball right at the plate. She now fouled off the plate and come back and hit her in the arm. So Bustle gets ahead of Gist 0-1. Gist so far in this one flew out to the second baseman, her only at bat. 1 pitch just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bustle, 1-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball right up the middle. Base hit for Gist. And she gets it through the infield. So leadoff single for Adair County to start the bottom of the 4th inning. And inning's 3rd hit of the ball game. And bring up Allie Campbell. Allie 0 for 1 today. She grounded out to the first baseman to end the 1st inning. Bustle with the pitch. Called strike 1. So 1 pitch to Campbell. Just outside and snapped over first. Nearly got Gist napping there. She dove back in at the last second safely. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bustle the 1-1 pitch. Stays up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Campbell steps in from the right-hand side. Bustle. The line and the pitch. Up and away again. 3 balls and 1 strike. After throwing that first pitch strike, she's going 3 straight pitches up and away. She's got 3 balls and a strike. 0 Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. No score. Lady Indians have a leadoff single with Gist at first base. 3-1 pitch. Right down the middle, called strike two. That'll even the count, or excuse me, move it to a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bustle, payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, ground ball right down the first base line, foul. First baseman got over and knocked it down, but it was wide of the first base bag, so we'll redo that full count pitch. This Bustle's now up to 54 pitches in this one, 3+ innings. Payoff pitch coming again, swung on. This will be fouled out of play right over the first base dugout. So Campbell stays alive, extends that bat. Bustle with the sign, steps to the rubber. Payoff pitch for the third time. Swung on, popped straight up high in the air. The shortstop steps back. That's Minor, and she'll make the play 2 steps in the outfield for the first out of the inning. Bring up Kelly White. White 0 for 1 today. She struck out swinging to lead off the second inning for the Lady Indians. First pitch into White. Stays upstairs, ball 1. I'll wait for a second to see if he's going to call that a strike. That was right on the edge of the strike zone. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gracie gets at first base. Say congratulations to her twin brother Zane. He signed to play baseball at Lindsey Wilson. 1-1 pitch up and away, 2 balls and a strike. Had that signing ceremony at the high school. Indians baseball off today. They were originally scheduled to play Metcalfe County. I think Metcalfe County had a makeup game they had to get in with Russell County, a district opponent. 1-1 pitch fouled, or excuse me, 2-1 pitch fouled away. Evens the counts. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Indians will be back in action tomorrow morning. They'll host Pulaski County. There's no coverage on the radio of that game. Our next broadcast will be Monday afternoon, scheduled for softball again. 2-2 pitch, change up, stays upstairs. Count goes 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 straight batters have forced Bustle into full counts. Corbin waits on deck. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the second out of the inning. And I'll bring up Braylee Corbin. Braylee 1 for 1 today. She singled to center, her only at bat. She's left stranded at first in the second inning. So 2 down here, runner at first. Swung on, hit high in the air right at the second baseman. That's Roten. She's camped out under it, and that will do it for the Lady Indians. No runs, a hit, 1 left on base. We played 4 complete. No score here at the Adair County softball field. Be back after our messages from our sponsors.
Life is fast-paced, and we know you're always on the move. That's why we're excited about Bank of Columbia's mobile app, your convenient banking solution that fits right in the palm of your hand.
Need to check your balance? No problem. With just a few taps, you can instantly view your account balance, transaction history, and even receive real-time notifications about your spending.
Download our mobile banking app and experience banking at your fingertips. Visit our website at bankcolumbia.com to learn more about our mobile app. Bank of Columbia is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Struggling with a wound that just won't heal? At TJ Health Columbia, we specialize in advanced wound care to help you get back to living your life faster and stronger. From diabetic ulcers to surgical wounds, infections, burns, and more, our expert team offers state-of-the-art treatments like specialized dressings, debridement, and wound therapy. Don't let a stubborn wound slow you down. Healing starts here. Call TJ Health Columbia today to schedule your appointment. TJ Health Columbia, your partner in healing.
We're through 4 complete here. Moving right along in this and no score. Total so far in this one, no runs, a hit for Hart County, no runs, 3 hits for the Lady Indians. Lady Indians have left 4 on base. Hart County has left 2 on base, or excuse me, 1 on base. Swing and a miss. Foul ball to the number 6 hitter, the left fielder, Gardner. Sarah Gardner 0 for 1 today. Gardner, Bird, and Tweedy due up for the Lady Raiders here in the top of the 5th inning. Jade Wagner continues on the mound. She's throwing a beauty so far. Only the 1 hit given up. It's the only base runner Hart County's had for the day. A 1 pitch. Stays down low. 1-1. One pitch. That's upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. That was Wagner's 52nd pitch of the game. He's been very efficient so far. Swung on, fouled out of play. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch on the way. Just upstairs. Back got Gardner to offer at it. Moves the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way. Up high, ball 4. So leadoff hitter for Hart County in the 5th inning. Gardner reaches. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Bird. Bird 0 for 1. She grounded out to third baseman Allie Campbell on her first at bat. First pitch from Wagner, she squares the bunt, bunts it down the third base line, but foul. They're trying to get that runner over to second base, so small ball by the Lady Raiders here, trying to get a runner in scoring position, squeeze across a run here to the first run of the ball game for either team if they can get one across. 0-1 pitch, she squares again, she offers, no good. Snap throw down to first base, and she got back underneath the tag. Wow, that was close. Good throw there by Gist down to Brown, and Gardner barely made it back. So 0-2 to the hitter, Bird. She's a designated player. A little delay here. I'm not sure what's going on. Umpires are going to get together and discuss something. I'm not sure what it is. I think the Adair County coaching staff is asking the home plate umpire for an appeal on that play. Really don't see no way that they'll overturn this. Actually, they have overturned it. They called her out. Wow. You don't see that happen very often. So Gardner picked off at first base. Gist with the throw to Brown. And the umpires got together and overturned that one. 0-2 to count to Bird at the plate. Swung on, ground ball, right up the middle, base hit. Got by a diving White up the middle. So good piece of hitting, and that was a big out right there that the Lady Indians got on that pickoff. So instead of having 2 on and no out, Hart County has a 1-out single. And that will bring up the catcher, Tweedy. Tweedy, a single, her first at bat. Ball's down and in. Ball, no strikes. We're in the top of the fifth. There's no score in this one. Lady Indians had a chance the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first. Runners on second and third, but wasn't able to scratch a run. Swung on. Fly ball into left field. That'll be a foul ball out of play as Reese Barton gives chase. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Everybody back ready for action here. Wagner toes the rubber. Pitch going to Tweedy. Swing, foul ball. Right back off the catcher. Gist. She'll walk over and pick it up, get it back out to the pitcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind picks up again. Kind of settled a few minutes for. Now it's kicked right back up as hard as it's blown all day. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled into the backstop. Count will remain. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch, foul tip right at the plate. She got a piece of it to stay alive. Did Tweedy. So she'll see her 5th pitch of the bat. She's fouled off 3 pitches. 1-2 count. And down the dirt. Even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gil's done a good job of keeping that ball in front of her. Holding the runner Bird at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, swung on, fouled on the third base line this time. Changed speeds a little bit there. Wagner did. Got Tweedy out in front of it, but she was able to make enough adjustment to foul the ball off the third base dugout. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Great at bat here by Tweedy. Swung on hard, shot down the third base line. That'll get through to the left field corner. I'll send Bird to third base, and she'll slide in with a safely into third. So a 1-out double by Tweedy. She's 2 for 2, and Hart County in business here. 1 out. Set runners at second and third, and bring up the number 9 hitter Puckett. So first really hard hit ball. Haskins had a hard hit ball earlier for a single, but really only the second time Hart County's really made solid contact with it. And that was a big one. Tweedy 2 for 2 on the day. Out of the 8 hole, that's some bonus hits right there. Normally that spot in the lineup is not known for a lot of hits. In from Wagner, swinging a foul ball off the back stop. Quickly ahead 0-2 to Puckett. Ruiz, the center fielder, on deck. Ruiz is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. It's a big out right there. You do not want Haskins to come up in this inning with runners on base. Out, runners on second and third, so 2 pitch coming here to Puckett. Swung on, fouled off again. So Hart County's doing a great job of spoiling some good pitches with 2 strikes. Tweedy at second base fouled off 3 straight pitches with 2 strikes, and finally got that hard double down the third base line. 2 pitch again, swung on, little grounder to third base. They're going home with it then. She was in safely. So fielder's choice, Campbell went home with it. Had a play, but Bird was able to slide under the tag. And we have our first run of the ball game as Hart County takes a 1-0 lead. Tweedy moves over to third base on the fielder's choice, and that will put Puckett at first. So Ruiz, the lefty, steps in. Time out on the field as Hart County's Tweedy was tying her shoe over at third base. Swing and a miss. Snap throw down to third this time. Try to catch Tweedy falling asleep, but she's back safely. Louise trying to slap at it again. Trying to slap one down, score this run from third. Misses that one. Actually, she fouled it off. Got a piece of it, so 0-2. Hart County gets the first run of the ball game across the plate here in the top of the 5th inning. They lead 1-0. 0-2 pitch. Low and away. Runner from first is going to second. That's Puckett. She'll go there with no throw. So once again, Hart County with the runners at second and third. Still just one out. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off again. Hart County doing a great job of spoiling 2 strike pitches. Wagner already up to 25 pitches this inning. First time she's really ran into any trouble. Slap a foul ball down the third base line. So repeat after me. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Be a good spot for a good changeup right here. 1-2 pitch on the way. Stays upstairs. 2-2. Big batters here for Wagner. Don't want to get Haskins up to the plate. She's in the hole right now. As Miner is on deck. 2-2 pitch. Swung on. We'll ground her to the second baseman. She'll go across the first to make the play, but that will be an RBI ground out from Ruiz, and Hart County moves ahead 2-0. Good little piece of hitting right there, especially with 2 strikes. So a runner at third will be Puckett, and that'll bring up Bevan Miner. She's 0 for 2 today. Hart County with 2 runs here in the top of the 5th. First pitch in the Miners, upstairs, ball 1. Swung on down third baseline, foul again. 1 ball, 1 strike. Miner 0 for 2 today. She lined out the short and flew out the center in her 2 at bats. So she's put the bat on the ball both times. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. One long grounder down, or right with the shortstop third base hole, and she gets a base hit. That'll score the 3rd run of the inning, and she's going to second. She's going to be out by a mile. Great job by Reese Barton to come up with it and throw it into Keelan Bergen, but not before Hart County was able to score again. Get the numbers here together for the inning. For Hart County in the top of the 5th, 3 runs, 3 hits, no one left on base. After 4.5, Hart County 3, Adair County 0. Back after these messages from our sponsors.
Let J&S Auto Sales show you how easy it is to buy a quality used car in Columbia. They believe in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Their friendly and knowledgeable sales staff is here to help you find the car you deserve, priced to fit your budget. Shop their virtual showroom of used cars, trucks, and SUVs online at jnsautosales.ky.org. J&S Auto Sales, here to help you find that perfect car you deserve, priced to fit your budget.
Kentucky Sanitation Services is a waste management company with solutions tailored to each client's needs. They provide garbage dumpster services for your business, home, or farm, as well as a variety of roll-off boxes from 10 cubic yards all the way up to 40 cubic yards. They have containers that can handle any size job, from cleaning out your basement or for a large demolition project. Call 270-634-4637 or check them out on Facebook at Kentucky Sanitation Services.
So the Lady Indians try to answer back here in the bottom of the fifth as Hart County pushed 3 across in the top half of the inning. It'll be Kimbler, Riley, and Barden. 8-9-1 due up for the Lady Indians here in their 5th at bat. Bustle remains in the circle for Hart County. Got out of a jam in the first. She's been good all day. First pitch in to Kimbler. Called strike 1. Katie 0 for 1 today. She popped out to Bustle, the pitcher. Her only at bat. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh-2 pitch. Swung on, hit sky high. It's going to get back out of play, and it will. Count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Sun starting to set. Wind's turning a little cooler. The announcer should have remembered to bring a little jacket out here because it could get chilly with this wind. Bustle with a long look in, the 0-2 pitch on the way. Kimball able to hold up on the changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two pitch. Low and away. You can count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch just misses right off the outside corner. He needs to count the 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tough pitch to take on a 2-2 count, but worked out for Kimbler. She forces the full count and the payoff pitch coming on the way. Bustle with the wind and the pitch. Swung on, ground ball up the middle. Shortstop makes the play. She comes over and gets it Minor. Throws her across the first. A great play there by Minor. She had to fully extend out. She didn't dive, but she fully extended out and made this play. So 1 up and 1 down for Lady Indians here in the bottom of the 5th. Sharply hit ball, but she wasn't able to get it through the infield. Bring up Shelby Riley. Shelby lined out to first, and her only at bat. First pitch up and away to her, ball 1. One-0 pitch. Called strike 1. Up part of the zone. Pretty sure that's Gary Ballard calling behind the plate after I've sat here and thought about it the whole game. Long-time Little League official. See him every year at the Little League districts and state tournaments. 1 pitch is fouled off, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not sure what happened to Bustle there. She's kind of bending over, almost like she's in pain or something. She's stepping around the circle, but she looks to have gathered herself. Preparing for the 1-2 pitch coming here to Number 9 here is Shelby Riley. Winding the pitch. Swung on, popped up to the right side of the infield. First baseman Puckett over, makes the play, 2 away. Bring up the leadoff hitter, Reese Barton. Reese 0 for 1. She opened the game with being hit by a pitch, got all the way to third base and was stranded. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Bustle, the pitch, ground ball to third base. Haskins comes up with it, across to first, and that will do it for the Lady Indians. 3 balls put in play, but 3 straight outs, and Hart County leads this one 3-0 after 5 innings. Back for a short break from our sponsors, and we'll be back with the 6th inning on the Lady Indians Radio Network, 101.9 FM WAIN.
Hi, this is Layla Risen. I'm a 2023 high school graduate and a Lindsey Wilson College student. I'm well on my way to earning my degree in Human Services and Counseling and Christian Ministries. At LWC, I've met new people, had the opportunity to become involved on campus, and I have loved being part of campus ministries. Visit today and you will want to make Lindsey Wilson College your home too. Call the admissions office at 270-384-8100 or email us at admissions@lindsey.edu.
You're always welcome at the Fiesta Mexico Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Columbia. There you will experience some of the finest Mexican foods around. Try their daily lunch specials with favorites like chalupa, taco salad, or fajita chimichanga. They'll get you in and out and be back to work in a flash. For dinner, they offer mouthwatering enchiladas, burrito supreme, pollo acapulco, and many other favorites. And don't forget about booking your Christmas parties at Fiesta Mexico. They will gladly serve your large group. To make your reservation, call them today at 270-384-6004.
Change in the Lady Indians lineup as Gabby Kemp has come in to play second base, and that puts Bergen in the circle in the pitcher's mound. Wagner goes from the mound to left field, and Barton goes from left field to right field. So in all of that, that will be Kemp replacing Kimbler in the lineup. For Hart County here in the top of the 6th, 3, 4, 5, Haskins, Roten, and Ward. Haskins steps in as Bergen will face her first batter of the game. Bergen on the season, she's appeared in 4 games. It's her 5th game she's appeared in. 21 innings pitched, 29 hits, 14 runs, 11 of those earned. She struck out 8 and walked 5 with a 3.67 ERA. Officially, Wagner, 5 innings pitched, faced 27 balls, 53 strikes, but 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. She walked 1 and struck out 1. Haskins steps in. First pitch swinging, strike 1. Young lady, you can tell she's got some pop in her bat when she makes contact. Team high 4 home runs on the season. Swung on, hit hard down the third base line. Foul. So 0-2. Bergen gets ahead. to the rubber. 0-2 pitch on the way. Change up way upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two pitch, swung on, hit sky high but foul. So we'll roll all the way down the road in front of the high school. Swung on again. This one's hitting foul down the third base line once again. That's a changeup. She stayed back as long as she could, but she's still well out in front of it. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a ball returned from to the infield. Haskins waiting on the 1-2 pitch from Bergen. It's on its way. Low and in, just missed. I paused on that one to make sure he wasn't going to call it a strike. He does count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch, swung on hard down the third base line. This one gonna get through. Be extra. Nope. Wagner does a great job of getting it in. Don't have a play at second, and Haskins slides in just ahead of the tag. She hesitated around first base. I thought she was gonna stay, and then she took off. Lady Indians ended up having to play, but she'll get in with a leadoff double. A hard hit ball into the left field. Bring up Roten. Roten 0 for 2. Be shocked to see a bunt right here to try to move Haskins over to third base with 1 out. See what the Lady Raiders coaching staff has in mind here. She does square the bunt. She pops it up and foul. As Guess gave chase trying to make a play on it. So 0-1, 2 Roten. Swung on, hit sky high and deep into the outfield. That's gonna get down. As Haskins will score from second, and Roten in with a double, RBI double. That ball had a chance of getting out of here, but the wind caught it and cut it down, but still right at the fence in left center field. Lady Indians weren't able to get over to the to make a play on it. Wagner gave chase, but wasn't able to get there. So RBI double from Roten will bring up Ward. Ward 0 for 2. As Hart County goes out in front now 4-0. Swung on, ground ball through the 5-6 hole right there, and that'll be another hit. As the ball goes, they throw the ball home, and I allow Ward just to walk to second base. Trying to make sure the runner from third wasn't going home. She didn't offer even to go home, but they threw it on home and not allow the runner to advance. So 3 straight hits to open up the 6th inning, and Hart County is in business again. First pitch into Gardner. Called strike 1. Trying to throw behind the runner. Roten at third. She's back safely. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Two pitch, change up, just misses. Just counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. County 4, Adair County 0. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Nobody out. Hart County with runners at second and third. Swung on and fouled away. So Hart County's done a great job two-strike hitting this game. Foul a bunch of pitches off and stay alive, and been very successful, especially the last 2 innings on two-strike hits. Bergen gets the count, or gets the sign. She'll step into the circle. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Two pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will be the first out of the inning. Bring up Bird, the DH. Bird 1 for 2 today. Grounded out, and then she singled to center and scored last inning. First pitch into her, swinging, and she pops it up to the shortstop, White, and makes the play. Made it a little harder than it needed to be. I think she kind of stumbled over the where the dirt meets the grass right there behind second base, but nonetheless makes the play, stays with it, and bring up be the second out of the inning. Keeps those runners at second and third, and bring up Chloe Tweedy. Chloe 2 for 2 today. Big hit last inning. She scored a run, had an RBI. Swinging a foul ball. The first pitch from Bergen. Bergen with the long look over the dugout to get her sign. She steps to the rubber. 0-1 pitch, swung on and fouled off again, almost identical spot. 0-2 to the catcher, Chloe Tweedy. Two pitch, change up. She stays with it and fouls it off. Great job there by Tweedy. Good pitch by Bergen. That was going to be a strike, but Tweedy was able to hold off on it and foul it off. No balls, 2 strikes. It's low and in, ball 1. 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Hart County 4, Adair County 0. Hart County does have runners on second and third. So 2 runners in scoring position. And with 2 outs, they'll be off on them contact. So it's up and away. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bergen steps to the rubber, 2-2 pitch. That's down the dirt. Count goes full, so Tweedy with a good at bat here. Battle back from 0-2 to get the full count. Big spot in the game here. Lady Indians want to cut this off. They already 12-4-0. Swung on and line down the third base line. That'll be a foul ball. Tweedy's seeing the ball really well today. She's got 2 of Hart County's 7 hits so far. Swung on, line drive right to shortstop, and it gets through. That's going to score 1. As Wagner's quickly over to cut the ball off. We'll give her a base hit on that. That was hit sharply, and Callie done about all she could do at shortstop to try to make the play. So 3 for 3 for Tweedy, and another RBI for her. Gonna bring up Puckett. Puckett 0 for 2 today. She popped out the second and grounded into a fielder's choice, but got an RBI on that. 5-0 now. Hart County leads. First pitch, foul ball. There's been 25 foul balls in this ball game. Hart County's hit. We're seeing the ball well today. One pitch, fouled away. No balls and 2 strikes. Bergen with the 0-2 pitch. Change up. She stays back on it and fouls it away again. Bucket, number 9 hitter. Ruiz on deck if she gets a chance here. 0-2 pitch. Ooh, just misses. Game goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bergen gets back to the rubber. 1-2 pitch on the way. It's up and away. 2-2. Bergen already to 30 pitches this inning. Hart County's made it hard on the late innings pitching the last 2 innings, making them throwing a lot of pitches, fouling a lot of balls off. 2-2 pitch again. Swung on, ground ball to shortstop. He gets by White. She tried to backhand it there, so that will move runners to first and second and score another run for Hart County. Won't give her a single. That was a ball hitting the hole. Callie got to it and backhanded it, was able to make a play. I'm going to bring up Ruiz. Ruiz once again over 3 today, but tried to bunt. Fouled it off. Grounded out twice and struck out. A ground out last inning was an RBI ground out. 6-0. Hart County scored 3 runs in each of the last 2 innings. Still a bat here in the 6th. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Two pitch down in the dirt, but she chops it foul. Bergen once again with the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, a little pop up, gets by the second baseman, and Ruiz is safe at first. Load the bases. Tough little play when she's actually don't call her out. I think she's don't say she made contact outside the box. She runs at the ball trying to slap it, and that time she was out of the box when she made contact, so that'll be an out. I'm gonna go down as we'll call it a strikeout. And that will be it for Hart County in the top of the 6th. Not before 3 runs on 5 hits. They left 2 on base. After 5.5 innings, Hart County 6, Adair County 0. Back after these messages.
Hey, I'm hitting McDonald's for a coffee run. How do you take your coffee?
With an Egg White Delight McMuffin.
You take your coffee with an Egg White Delight.
What's coffee without breakfast?
Right. Okay, how about you, Joe?
1 cream, 1 sugar, 1 egg white delight.
Uh-huh. John?
Black.
So you don't want an Egg White Delight?
No, I want 2 of them.
McDonald's McCafe Coffee and the Egg White Delight McMuffin are great apart, but amazing together. So, how do you take yours? McCafe, proud to serve the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic teams at participating McDonald's.
Kentucky Farm Bureau loves Kentucky, especially its people. And we love Kentucky too much to see folks hurt by distracted driving. When you're behind the wheel, anything less than your undivided attention on driving puts you and others at risk. Join Kentucky Farm Bureau in getting the word out about the risks of distracted driving. Encourage others to drive distraction-free and pledge to do so yourself. A message brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau. KFB loves KY.
Adair County Farm Bureau North Boomer Lewis is a proud supporter of Adair County Athletics.
Bergen, Wagner, and Gist for the lady innings here in the bottom of the sixth. They need to get something going here as they trail this one 6-0. Bustle still on the mound for the lady Raiders. First pitch to Bergen's fouled out of play over the third base dugout. The lights have been turned on here. Lady innings field. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the first baseman. She fields it and steps on the bag. Does Puckett for one out here in the bottom of the sixth. Wagner now steps in. Jade 1 for 2 today. She singled back in the top of the or bottom of the first inning for her hit. First pitch in, down in the dirt, ball 1. Lady innings only 3 hits on the game. Hart County now up to 9. One time, Lady innings had out hit Hart County 3-1, but the last 2 innings, Lady Raiders bats have come to life. Helping build this 6-0 lead. 1-0 pitch, low and away. Oh, actually, they called that one strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Russell with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Gist waits on deck. One-two pitch. Swung on. Little line drive right over the third baseman's head, and that's going to be a base hit. As Wagner rounds first base hard, she'll hold up there. Haskins playing in, even with the bag, and that just got right over her, top of her glove. So Lady Indians with the 1-out single. Bring up Gracie Gist. Gracie 1 for 2 on the day. Up and away, ball 1. First pitch she sees. Bustle. The long look in. 1-0 pitch. Dirt again. As Wagner was still second as the catcher lost the ball. Bounced in front of her and she didn't see, couldn't find it. It was right in front of her feet. It'll go down as a stolen base. As Wagner moves to second with 1 out. The 2-0 pitch. Called strike 1. I believe that Gracie may have been taken all the way there. Maybe he's trying to get Bustle to work a little harder on the mound here. She's up to 85 pitches. 2-1 pitch inside. 3-1. Allie Campbell waits on deck. Three-one pitch to Gist. Swing and a miss. Runs the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Timeout on the field here is Jade Wagner's shoes come untied. She runs over to the third base coach, Beth Beach and gets her shoe tied. She has batting gloves on, so it's hard to tie your shoes with those on. So she runs over there and has the coach tie her shoes. Bustle with the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up, and the catcher makes the play. It might have been in foul territory. I'm not positively sure. It's right at it. So that'll be 2-A for Allie Campbell. Allie 0 for 2 today. And the Union's running out of outs here. Trail 6-0. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch to Allie's upstairs, ball 1. Looking ahead to the 7th inning for Hart County, 2-3-4. Minor, Haskins, and Roten due up. That's some of the big hitters in the lineup for Hart County today. 1-0 pitch. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. No one away. 2 balls and a strike. Wagner, second base here after a 1-out single. Stealing second base. Called strike 2 on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Russell steps in. Campbell awaits the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner, and that will do it for the Lady Indians. No runs, a hit, 1 left on base after 6 complete. Hart County 6, Adair County 0. Back after these messages.
You're always welcome at the Fiesta Mexico Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Columbia. There you will experience some of the finest Mexican foods around. Try their daily lunch specials with favorites like chalupa, taco salad, or fajita chimichanga. They'll get you in and out and be back to work in a flash. For dinner, they offer mouthwatering enchiladas, burrito supreme, pollo acapulco, and many other favorites. They will gladly serve your large group. To make your reservation, call them today at 270-384-6004.
At Adair County Animal Hospital, we are also a laser surgery center. Every surgery is performed with a laser, which is less painful for your pet than a traditional scalpel blade. Our spay and neuter packages also include basic pre-surgical lab work, free 911 microchipping, nail trim, and laser therapy to promote healing. We are also an accredited animal hospital, so bring your fur babies for laser surgery to the best vet for your pet, Adair County Animal Hospital and Laser Surgery Center.
Minor, Haskins, and Roten for Hart County here in the top of the 7th inning. As Kaylin Bergen will continue on the bump for the Lady Indians. Our 2nd inning of work. Some Lady Indians need to try to hold Hart County put at 6 runs here and try to have a big 7th inning themselves to try to make a comeback. Got their hands full with this one. First pitch swinging by strike 1. Minor 1 for 3 today. One pitch, swing and a miss again. No balls and 2 strikes. Bergen with the 0-2 pitch, swung on, a little foul ball out of play over the first base dugout. Once again, 2-strike pitch fouled away by the Lady Raiders. Same story all night. making the Adair County pitching work for everything. 0-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to third base, and Campbell comes up with it, throws across to first, and leadoff hitter for Hart County in the 7th inning is retired. Going to bring up Nevaeh Haskins. Ripped a double down the third base line her last at bat. Said it all night. Young lady, when she makes contact, it's going to be hit hard somewhere. Gets her money's worth. Ball in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Bergen with the pitch. Swung on, hit hard again on the third base line. She gets this into the outfield. She'll be held to a single this time. This ball hits so hard and hit right at Jade Wagner in left field. Really impressed with that young lady. Not as hard a hitter as I've seen in my years of doing high school softball. I bring up Roten. Roten 1 for 3 today. Swung on, ground ball foul down the third base line. Landon Edwards scoreboard update. Hart County 6, Adair County 0. We're in the top of the 7th inning with 1 out, 1 runner on. She squares the bunt, tries the bunt, foul ball at the plate. So no balls and 2 strikes. As Hart County was trying to move a runner over to get in scoring position, trying to add another run here. .02 pitch, swung on, hit hard down the left field line, but that'll be out of play. Count remains 0-2. Berger, the look in, the wind, the pitch, swung on, and line drive into right center field. Haskins is going around second, go to third. Barton cuts it off and gets it in. Haskins not even going to slow down. She's going to go all the way home. Never broke stride the whole time. As now the ball's being thrown around by the Lady Indians, and that will allow Roten to go all the way to third base. So she'll get a single, an RBI, and she advances to second on the throw, home, and then the Lady Indians tried to throw her out at second when she should advance, but they threw it into the outfield, and that allowed her to go to third base on the throwing error. So Hart County extends the lead to 7-0 now. Pitch to Ward. It's called ball 1. Ward 1 for 3 today. Hart County's bats have came alive in these last three innings. Scored all 7 of their runs. 1-0 pitch, ground ball. That'll get into the outfield again. Another base hit. That'll score. Roten from third. So Ward, the right fielder, gets her second hit of the game. And it will extend the inning for the left fielder, Gardner. Gardner 0 for 2. This Lady Indians trying to find a way out of this one. I think trail at 8-0 now. Swung on, hit into right center field. Riley comes across and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Good job by Shelby tracking that ball. And to bring up Kaylee Bird, designated hitter. She's 1 for 3. Lady Indians in the bottom of the 7th bring up White, Corbin, and Kemp with the 3 due up at 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. It's going to take a lot more than those 3 young ladies to come back in this one. First pitch to Bird, fouled away. The Lady Indians now trail 8-0. Hart County scored all 8 of the runs in their last 3 at-bats. 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 2 so far in the 7th. And trying to find a softball in the dugout. They've fouled so many balls off that they can't keep up with them. Bergen's looking, the 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on, hard hit down the first base line, but Brown snags it right on top of the bag and steps on the first base bag for the 3rd out of the inning. Let's get the numbers for Hart County here in the 7th. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 Lady Indian error. They left 1 on base. After 6.5, Lady Indians trailed this one 8-0. They have to have 8 here in this at bat to extend it. We'll be back after these messages.
No matter who you cheer for, Game Day Sports has the gear to show your team pride. From jerseys and hats to hoodies and more, we've got apparel for every fan. Whether it's high school, college, or pro, if you love them, we've got it. Stop by Game Day Sports today and gear up for the season. Game Day Sports, where every day is game day.
At the Adair County Board of Education, they are dedicated to shaping bright futures. From innovative classrooms to top-notch teachers, they provide the tools and support students need to succeed. Whether in academics, athletics, or the arts, they are committed to helping every student reach their full potential. Because when our students succeed, our community thrives. Adair County Schools, learning today, leading tomorrow.
White, Corbin, and Kemp do up for the Lady Indians in their last at bat here. They need 8 to extend it or 9 to win it here. On the bottom of the 7th inning is Bustle continues in the circle for Hart County. 93 pitches through 6 innings. First pitch to White, called strike 1 right down the middle. Well, she's got stronger as the day's gone on. Bustle has. Scattered 3 hits on the day. One pitch, swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Bustle with the 0-2 pitch. Change up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bustle with the look in. 1-2 pitch on the way. Stays up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Called strike 3 for the first out of the bottom of the 7th. I'm going to bring up Braylee Corbin. Braylee 1 for 2 today. First pitch into Corbin. Called strike 1. One pitch just upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch, swung on, little nub right in front of the plate. Bustle steps over from her pitching position, throws across to first to Puckett for 2 away. So the Lady Indians are down to their last out. Gabby Kemp steps in for her first at bat of the game. Lady Indians had a chance in this one early, second, third. One out here in the top of the first or bottom of the first inning, wasn't able to score, and had only one runner reach second base since. First pitch called, strike to Kemp. Bustle once again pitching very well with the lead here. She's just filling the strike zone. One pitch swung on, foul ball off her foot in the batter's box. So Lady Indians one strike away from falling in this one. Bustle winds and deals the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that will do it in this one. Lady Indians will fall to Hart County 8-0. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we will come back and get the final stats and the box score in this one and wind it up. You're listening to Lady Indians on the Adair County Athletic Network, 101.9 FM WAIN.
Looking to revamp your property? Look no further than Gist Construction. Located at 981 Creek Bend Road in Columbia, they are your one-stop shop for all your needs. From blacktop to landscaping and even water and sewer lines. Top-notch customer service and unbeatable prices, they've got a solution for every job. Call them